Guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a newborn must-haves. This is baby number 2 that we're expecting in like 7 weeks or less. I wanted to go through and kind of write out the things that I thought were absolute must-haves, so let's get into them. So the very first thing is a baby monitor. I've gone through, I think I'm on my 3rd baby monitor, and my baby is 16 months old. Finally found one that I absolutely love, that I wish I had from the get-go, and that I'm going to continue using and that will have purpose after, and that is the HAVES Can Pam. And I purchased this on Amazon, so if you are looking for a monitor that is clear, that you can scan the room, that you can zoom in, has good night vision, has good audio, that you can use from your phone. I found that with the previous monitor, the batteries would die on the actual handheld, parent component. I just got tired of replacing them. And I always have my phone on me, and yes, you have to go into it unless you want to leave your phone on, but honestly, we just check in on him, we see he's doing well, and then we just carry on. So super affordable, way cheaper than a lot of the other baby monitors, and with number 2, all we need to do is add another camera. So you can do that within the HAVES app. The next must-have, at least for us, everyone has different opinions on these things, by the way, but a white noise machine. We used one from day 1 in the hospital. I had it there, and I found it was really good to help kind of drown out some of the noise of the commotion that was going on day and night, because they're napping off and on all the time. So it's really hard to control your environment of noise around you, but at least if you have this, it can kind of drown out some of the noise that you may have in your home or in the hospital and things like that. So we went with the VTech Lab Monkey, I think it's called. And this was a really affordable option. It does have a light on it if you wanted to turn on like the little cheeks light up, but we've never ever used that for light. It does play music. You can turn up the volume fairly loud. Or just a white noise, and that's quite loud. You can charge it and use it on the car seat or in the stroller, so it's really portable, or you can plug it in. We've only recently stopped using this actually with Benjamin, because we were kind of like, okay, so when do we not need noise? But I do miss it because it does, like I said, help drown out the background noise if we're doing anything downstairs when he's napping, but once he's asleep now, he's pretty much asleep. Another thing to help, this is more of like a tip, I guess, than a must-have, but for us it was a must-have, is YouTube channel. And it's just like so many hours of a human going shh. I'm telling you, going shh like that gets exhausting when you're already tired and you're doing it forever and you're trying to like settle down a baby who's fussy. You can buy a baby shusher as well. I personally have never bought one of these. The price has dropped significantly in the past few years. I've kind of always like looked at it and then wondered, like, do I really need to spend the money on that? I would consider that more of like a luxury thing than a must-have, but again, everyone's opinion is different on those things. All right, next. You need something to put the baby in. That's a must-have. You need a lounger, you need a DockATot, pillows, something to put them in. The Bobby Lounger and the DockATot are 2 of the biggest ones. And I found a summer infant one, this one right here. And it kind of converts to like a sit-up chair as well after and things like that. So it was pretty affordable compared to some of the other options. You need something just to put them in when you need a hands-free moment, or for napping. A lot of times we did use this and swaddle the baby and put them in this lounger. So we do plan to use this again for baby 2. And speaking of swaddling and putting the baby to sleep and things like that, a swing for us was a must-have. Babies absolutely hate the swing. This baby might hate the swing, but we do plan to use one. Benjamin loved it, our first son. He loved the swing, the motion. We change it sometimes in different directions, but it would just really calm him down. Sometimes he'd have short little naps in there. It was really great. And swaddling, the Swaddle Me swaddles are amazing. The Swaddle Me really helps with the reflexes to keep them nice and snug and cozy so that they don't startle themselves awake. So let's talk pacifier. Everybody wants to give a baby a pacifier. Not every baby takes a pacifier. Having some variety ones on hand is a great way to prep for that newborn stage. With our first, we had the Philips Avent, the green ones, that kind of ones they give you in the hospital. Those ones were a little bit big, I found, as a newborn. And maybe it was just my son's mouth, palate, whatever, but I found they were really big and he didn't take it. He didn't really take to a pacifier, and even when he did take to it, it was only really to soothe the sleep. But the ones we like to start with are the MAM, small and lightweight newborn ones. So there's some different sizes. So these are really small. They fit on the mouth really good. They're not too big. They're not going to like take over the face. I really like these. They have some nighttime ones as well that glow in the dark, so they're a little easier to find. So we started with these as a newborn and introduced, I think it was around 4 weeks that our first son kind of started to take to the passy, started to try a bottle with some expressed milk and different things like that. So we introduced that fairly early on. The other ones I do like as well is just having a variety on hand, because you never really know which one your baby is going to take to, if at all any of them. For tummy time, once you start practicing that, you want to have something to put them on. At least I did. And my sister gave me this Skip Hop mat, which we absolutely loved, and we kept that for this baby as well. And it's just like a little teepee, as you can see, and you put the baby on there. There's a pillow for the mat, but there's lots of little crinkly things on the actual mat that they can like feel and hear. So just kind of that sensory and tactile stimulation is really, really important. And we used it for many, many months until he was like rolling over and he used to kick it and knock it down on top of himself. We used it for many, many months. And you could also take the top off and just use it for a mat to lay down if you ever wanted to lay the baby down on. But having something like this is definitely a must-have in my opinion. Some kind of suction system is really important too. You'll notice their noses are so tiny. I know a lot of people have the bulb syringe. I've never used the bulb syringe. I only have used the Frida Mom nose Frida, and that I found worked really, really good. It was really easy to clean and just put it on the boon rack to dry. It was just so easy to have it, but you need to have something, and the saline bullets or the spray will really, really help as well with softening up any mucus that they might have in their nose, airway, and you want to like loosen that up and make sure it's soft before you get that out of their system. Ripe water, oh my gosh. We didn't have a colicky baby. Our baby wasn't super fussy. Not sure what this one will bring, but having gripe water on hand was a savior. We had the daytime and the nighttime one by Little Remedies. Didn't overuse it, but like we did go for it quite a bit. Sometimes their bellies are upset and they just need some gas drops, or they need to have a little bit of gripe water to help with the fussiness and discomfort. We still used all the other measures, like, you know, the bicycles with their legs, different things like that. And, you know, there's a lot of other measures we use, but it's definitely something to have on hand. You want to have it, be prepared. Just in case your baby gets uncomfortable and fussy, hiccups, those kinds of things, it's really important to have. As well as the, I'll throw this in there as well, you don't need this I guess, but there's a Frida syringe as well that I found was extremely good for delivering medications, especially their gripe water, into their mouth. It's just like a pacifier with a little hole on the side, so that way it doesn't go down the back and they choke and gag on it. It squirts it into the pouch of their cheek, which I found was really, really helpful and reassuring as a first-time mom, knowing that I wasn't like squirting medication in the mouth and the baby was gonna like choke on it. The nursing pillows. So I had a C-section with my first, and I am having a planned section with my second. I had 2 different nursing pillows. I breastfed my first until 7 months, and I found that both pillows were very helpful in different ways. The Bobby pillow or the Jolly Jumper, they're very similar. I found that one there just goes around your body. I found that one was really easy to throw on and off for a quick snuggle or to hold them, and that way I was supported where my scar was and stuff like that. When I wanted to actually like hardcore breastfeed my baby, this breast friend pillow is incredible. I remember walking around the house with my baby breastfeeding while doing other things, making a drink or letting the dogs out to pee, and Lord knows with a toddler I'm going to be busy. Try to take it easy, of course, but you need to be mobile, you need to be hands-free sometimes, and You can put your baby on this and it feels secure, a little pouch. You can put some things in there, vitamin D drops I used to put in there a lot. And just different things like that, even chapstick for yourself or little things that you might need to grab, and it's there for you. It actually was snug to your body, so it felt like the baby didn't slip down inside of the space between the pillow and your stomach, which was a huge selling factor for me. So I am so glad I invested in that one. I still like the other one. I don't think you need 2 pillows. If you were just going to get the one, I would say to get the breast friend if you plan to breastfeed. Again, it's a personal preference. This electric nail file is a must-have, you guys. If you're trying to clip your baby's nails, newborn's nails with clippers, it's terrifying for one. Sometimes mamas just like chew them off when they're breastfeeding or feeding them a bottle, and I've definitely done that as well. But if you do find that you're struggling with that and you want something as an alternative to the actual nail clippers, this is what I recommend. I absolutely love this nail file. It has different file heads as well that you can put on for different ages as they grow. Loved it. We're definitely going to use it with the next baby. And then the actual Frida nail clippers are really, really good once they're a little older. Now there's lots of other things I could recommend and say that are must-haves, like the zip sleepers, mittens, a diaper caddy that you can portably take around with you around the house. There's a lot of other things that a lot of people talk about in these newborn must-have videos, which I've watched a ton of them with my first. Don't need a ton of stuff for a newborn. You really don't. There's a lot of things that make things easier for you, gadgets that are great if you can afford them and you're in your budget, but when I actually think about baby 2, what we needed, it's a really small list of things. Keep it simple, you'll figure it out as you go. There may be some things that you purchase that you regret after. I wanted to throw in one more thing that I think is a must-have, and that is a red light bulb. Not the typical thing that you would think that would be in a newborn must-have video, but this was amazing for waking through the night for feedings and changes without waking up my spouse, without waking up the baby and stimulating the baby too much. If you just want to wake up, grab the baby, change them, feed them, put them right back to sleep, and you don't want to wake yourself up either, because before there would be many a times that I would turn on the light and then be so overstimulated with the light that then I'm on my phone for like an hour at 3 in the morning, probably shopping online while I'm breastfeeding. Guilty. This helped me sleep and get back to sleep so much better. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that list. I know there's tons more items. Everything is linked down below if you want to check it out. If you're expecting a new one, don't get overwhelmed with all the things that you can buy. Just keep it simple. You'll figure it out. Try a few different things. If you can buy anything used that's in good to great condition, I highly suggest you do that, because you may purchase some things brand new and the baby hates it. And that's heartbreaking, because you hope and you think that they're going to love it, but they may not. We definitely bought a lot of used things for this baby that's coming now, and this baby could be totally different from our first as well. So just because I'm a second-time mom, soon to be, doesn't mean that things are going to be that much easier. It could be a totally different scenario. I just wish you the best of luck if you are expecting. Let me know down in the comments how far along you are, and if you know the gender, I'd love to know that as well, because I may have some extra little tips for you. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Give it a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to my channel for more content.